Jai Shri Radhe. Today is day 135, Varta 112. Sab Vaishnavan ko Sadar Saprem Sanamra. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. The story of one thief from Delhi, Bhav Prakash. This is a devotee of Tamasi disposition. In the eternal Leela, his name is Tarangagop, who manifests from Mansukha and is thus a form of his divine loving sentiment. Once Sri Gosaiji travelled from Gokul to Delhi. The Delhi Vaishnavas made sizable donations to him. One Vaishnava came to Sri Gosaiji bringing his daughter-in-law's jewellery and clothes and said he would like to go to Gokul with Sri Gosaiji and reside there. He asked Sri Gosaiji to keep the bundle with him and to take it with him when he left. Sri Gosaiji told him to leave the stuff there, which he did. Later that night, a thief made his way inside and sent all the money, cloth and vessels made into a package home with an accomplice. Together with all that stuff, he had picked up the donator's bundle. Sri Gosaiji came and stopped him, saying, "This belongs to a Vaishnava who left it here with me. If you take it away, that Vaishnava who donated it will be most critical of me. Please take any other jewellery or anything else you find." The thief did just that. However, the following day, that thief gathered together everything he had stolen from Sri Gosaiji, added some things as his own donation, came back to Sri Gosaiji and asked him to take them all back. He supplicated, "Oh Maharaj, I am a thief, but I have come to take shelter in you." Sri Gosaiji asked him just how he thought he would be able to or willing to accept him as a disciple since he was a thief. The thief tried again. "I will do exactly as you tell me, but please accept me as a disciple. You are the Lord himself. There is no limit to your compassion." Sri Gosaiji replied, "You will not be able to give up thieving, but always remain kind and always tell the truth. Then you will get what you want." The thief piped up, "Oh Maharaj, you are right in saying that it is in my nature to steal. It is hard for me to live without stealing. However, from today onwards I shall steal from the rich people and will never bother the poor. I promise to always tell the truth." The very next day, Sri Gosaiji gave him an initiation with the Lord's name. The thief bowed low to Sri Gosaiji and left. He came to a town. He felt some compassion for the folk there and held back from stealing from them. But then in the middle of the night, he came across one king's palace. He put on some loose trousers and pearl bangles and approached the gates. The door guard asked him, "Who are you? Where do you think you're going?" The thief replied, "I am a thief, can't you see? I am going to see the king." The door guard decided he cannot be a thief, he must be a joker. A thief would never admit to being a thief. Therefore he did not stop him from entering. Having gone through a total of 7 gates in succession, the thief finally arrived in a king and queen's sleeping chamber. He broke the lock on the queen's boudoir, where she kept all her jewellery, and took her whole box of jewellery. He came back to the door guard, who again asked, "Who goes there? How did you get in? Where are you going now?" He said, "I am a thief. I went to the king's room. I stole some stuff from there and I'm leaving now. Can't you see?" The guard thought he must be making a joke because a thief would never speak like this. He spoke in the same way to all the door guards on the way out. They all thought that he must have come on the king's orders and they all let him pass. The thief took the queen's box home and went to sleep. In the morning, when the king discovered the theft, there was an outroar in the palace. Some men went out to try to find the thief. The king's minister also went along. Some hours later, the thief was cleaning his teeth when the minister came there in search of the culprit. He saw him and said, "It is a little late to be cleaning your teeth, isn't it?" The thief replied, "Last night I went to the king's palace to steal. I brought the queen's box of jewellery with me. I put it inside my house and went to sleep. I've only just got up." The minister went back to the king and told him that he had found the thief. The king ordered him to bring the man to him. The minister brought the thief to the king, who asked him how he had managed to get to his chambers to steal. The thief replied, "I asked the way at all the gates. I took the jewellery box and returned home by telling all the gatekeepers exactly what I had done." The king told him to bring the box to him, and he did. The king remarked, "It is very rare to find a man who tells the truth all the time like you. Look, this is my family minister. Please come and work with him." Thus the thief became a minister of the king. Some days later, Sri Gosaiji came there. The thief turned minister came before him and announced, "A king has arrived." The Sri Gosaiji spoke up, "The king's minister is coming." The thief approached Sri Gosaiji and prostrated to him and said, "I am your thief. You have blessed me by giving me this position as the king's minister." Sri Gosaiji then continued on his way to Dwarka. The moral of this story, Bhav Prakash, is that even an embodied soul who is full of great impurity, once they surrender, will be accepted by the Lord into his shelter. In the path of grace, surrender is the most important thing. Thus concludes Varta 112, the story of a thief who was the recipient of Sri Gosaiji's great grace. There is no end to his tale. That is the completion of our reading for today. जय श्री राधे। सब वैष्णवों को जय श्री कृष्ण। आज के आनंद कीजिए। जय श्री कृष्ण।